All right, let's talk about the winners from the election, the president, like we talked about, Ibrahim Musa Gusso ahead of the likes of Emiruwa, who were already
He was a paper candidate. I told you, I saw on paper he's the most qualified, but he will not
But how do you
get. He
come
will
up
not
with,
get a
with zero
vote.
votes? And it's surprising actually.
Why is it surprising?
Zero votes, like just some of that situation. But why would you think someone like Emiruwa come with zero votes? Because I think, like you've always said, on paper, he's the most qualified to be the president. And at the day of the elections, you come out with zero votes, and it was a landslide for Gusau actually.
For me, people like Peter Sadida, David Doherty, Christian Emerua, these are career people. These are not politicians. Politicians understand politics, and it's something we take for granted in this part of the world. We think that politics is just, oh, let them pity me and give it to me. Or, these guys who come in with this attitude of, I am even coming to help. I offered myself to help. The Kingsley Mogale of this world. You don't offer yourself to help. You get in on the grind. When people need to play dirty, you play dirty. It's not every time people go low, you go high. Sometimes a plane not go take off. Sometimes you need to show people. That's why bullies, the best way to eliminate bullies is to confront them. Beat them at their game. So when you come in and you say, first, there are comments you don't make in the run-off to an election. You don't come out and say things like, Peter Sadida said, if you can't sing the national anthem, you won't be invited to the national team. That already eliminated him. That's one. David Doherty is in the abroad, is in the UK, and wanting to run Nigeria football. That already eliminated him. Christian Emerua is a man of integrity. He tried, but how much of connection does he have? And then again, it tells you the way they came out for this election tells you they don't understand Nigeria at all. So it was good that they failed. Let me tell you how Nigeria works. I've never contested a post apart from when I was in school. But I know how election work because I'm in Nigeria and I studied the system. When a South person gets in an office, a national office, the wrongest thing to do is for you to be a South person and come in for the next election. You will never win. So it was easy to make the calculation. And then look at the way the North, anyway, Northerners are very smart. Look at the way they came out with their position. They know what they wanted. They had only two people in that position for the president, Shehu Diko and Gusso. Now, look at how it works. Shehu Diko will be hated by almost everybody because Shehu Diko is a loner. Shehu Diko is not a let's carry everybody along. But what Shehu Diko represents is a vote divider. Shehu Diko's job is to cut Sheyi Akinwumi's vote. That's the way it is. Because Sheyi Akinwumi is already the candidate of the minister. So the minister will obviously coerce and try to convince some people to do it. But then, Gusso have the power of the North. Don't forget that the North also gave Amaju Pinnick the second term vote that got him that second term. So if you look at the scale on the balance, the North know the power that they have. Not East, not Central, they know the power that they have. They know the block that they form. So majority of the North first will give him the vote to either win the first one or go to the rerun. Once they got to the rerun, they pull out. Now, the people supporting Shehu will go to him. He would get the vote. That's why Sheyi Akinwumi was smart, and I like what he did. He pulled that and gave him support. That's a statesman. That's also a very brilliant and intelligent human being. He realized that, this guy got 21, and he needs just one more vote. I got 16. Shehu Diko got 6. All they need is just one from that place. Why should I run with him? But then, our brother who got one vote, you got one vote initially. You think you're going to get another vote. All of a sudden, you magically get 20-something vote. They all pulled that. You join in. You still got that. That's a one person that promised you vote, gave you the vote, loyalty. But it's not enough. You didn't get the block. It's about region. It's about what are you trading. Like I said 10 to 8 weeks ago, I said, when it comes to delegates, you must offer something. Don't come and tell me we want to change the way elections are done in Nigeria. You don't want vote for Nigeria. You don't want. It's not about money. It's about what I'm offering. That's when you get the power. That's when you win the vote. So do what Nigerians do to win votes, and then when you get to power, you change the system. You cannot change a system that you are not part of. You can't. A system that you're not part of, that you're not embedded in, you can't change it. But guess what? They thought I didn't know. People were attacking me on social media, even on the YouTube channel. All of them have disappeared now. That is the best candidate. You can't be best candidate in an exam that have not been written now.
And I mean, this is a man I've seen several times in stadium, and if you ask me, it looks. If you ask me if he's going to be at the top of Nigerian football in some couple of years' time, I wouldn't have predicted. Yeah, I've seen him in stadium, like just the.
Why would you not predict it?
I never knew he's.
No, it wasn't random. That's
what I got from him.
So let me tell you something about life. The guy that is always showing up, looking like he's not there, but he's there. That's the guy you should be afraid of the most. Since you've been going to stadium, have you seen Chris Emeruwa? Have you noticed him?
No, I haven't.
Good. Have you noticed some of the guys that campaign, apart from Shehu Diko and Shea Akinwumi? No. Have you noticed the other guys? That's something you should take home. When it comes to politics, there's just some guys. It's like advertising. Some of the things we buy them based off of advertising, not because we like them. That's why a Nigerian would always love the Premier League the most, because they speak English, you can relate, and it's always in your face. Premier League is not in me, it's not the top 3 best league in the world.
And why children also like a prison advert?
You understand? And why some things always jump up in your head. We just did Big Brother. The best selling water before Big Brother was Everwater. Everybody was asking for Everwater, because it's part of the business that my wife does. Big Brother started 2 weeks, and everybody wants to drink Aquafina. Nobody wants Everwater again, because Big Brother, that's like the biggest winner from Big Brother is not even the girl that won Fina. It's Aquafina. 2 seasons ago, it was Minimi Chinchi. Munchies. That one that Davido advertised.
Yeah, Munchies.
Last season, that one that basketball advertised, Minimi, was the one that was selling. So the same way, Bet Niger, you just have to understand that advertising, whether it is direct advertising, subliminal or subtle advertising, it puts you in the consciousness of people. People see, I know that guy is always wearing that blue suit. I know that he's always everywhere. Some people might hate you from the beginning and then begin to like you later, because they're always seeing you being active, being in their faces. Once you're always in people's faces, they recognize you. Not you for me, I mind my business, so are you the high public office? Okay now.
All right, the full list of winners from the election. We have the President Ibrahim Musa Gusau, the first Vice President Felix Anyansi Agu.
Another man who was always showing up.
Yeah.
You see, it was easy for him to win. Obin Agba came out of nowhere. People say he was going to win. I told all the people who were speaking to me that Obin Agba not going to win. You know why? He was the chairman of the sports committee in the National Assembly. He couldn't do anything for sports. Now he want to become part of the NFF. No, he's not going to work now.
The new chairman of chairman is going to be Ahmed Fresh.
Another man who's always showing up
as well. So that's the name you see here. For the North Central, Margaret Ichien. For the Northeast, Babagana Kali and Timothy Herman. For Northwest, Sharif Rabiu Inoa. For Southeast, it was suspended. For South, Honorable Essian Udofort and Aisha Fallow there as well. We also watch what she's been doing with the
only woman on the board.
Yeah, the only woman on the board. We also watch what she's doing with the Nigerian Women Football League. And for the Southwest, Sunday Ajayi and Ganiu Majeko Domain. So those are the winners from the recently concluded NFF elections. Well, finally on Gusau, he's promised an inclusive administration as well, and also focus on the welfare of the players. So we hope he's going to achieve that. He came out, he released a statement. The NFF put out a statement that he's come out to, promise and to pledge an inclusive administration in which all stakeholders will be welcome to make suggestions and recommendations as the best way possible to deal with sporting issues in Nigeria. And of course, he's going to focus on the welfare of players and those in charge of the national team. We also how this has been, the bane of the national teams. Players' welfare, not getting paid bonuses and stuff like that. So I think it's a huge challenge for the man. And in the next 4 years, we wait to see what this comes out to be. And the boards, just give Nigerians that positivity, to support Nigerian football and moving forward in the future. So for Amaju Pinnick, wish him all the best in his future endeavors. Still with CAF, like you said. And for the new board, we just have to show our support.
We don't have a choice.
No negative vibes. I know we've all started with the negativity, pouring out.
No, not all of us. I'm not part of that.
Yeah, so quite a number of people have started pouring out the negative vibes and all that. Let's just support the national team, support the new board, and we hope it gets better from here moving